Hi, my name is Rusenica. Welcome to my casual YouTube channel. So today I wanted to record a video on manifestation, and I wanted to read a chapter out of The Secret because The Secret has helped me immensely in life just to manifest the life that I envision. Fun fact, the first time I ever read The Secret, I was so scared of it because I had manifested a thing or two and I was like, this is evil. Like, this is evil. I can't be a part of this. So I threw it out. I threw it out in the dumpster because I was like, this is so worldly. This is so greedy. I don't want to be about this. And then cut to now, I checked it out from my library because I was like, this is a great book. I've come to the conclusion that I love The Secret. The Secret is great. It's so helpful. And everything that I read from it just scares me because it supports the type of life that I want, if that makes any sense. Today I want to read the chapter The Secret to Money because I am trying to manifest money. I am on the road to being financially stable. Well, financially comfortable. I want to get to a point in my life where I don't have to worry about money and where I can have an abundant, I can have a mindset of just abundance and to not be so focused on the lack that I have. So through reading The Secret, I just have found a lot of inspiration that I wanted to share on my channel because it has helped me a lot and I want to help out other people. So if you're unaware about the content on my channel, my channel is separated into like 4 different playlists. You can check those playlists out. But today I'm talking about manifestation and how it relates to not only my life, but hopefully yours. So the chapter starts out, I'm not going to read this part, but I'm going to read the rest. And then I'm just going to stop at a point where I feel comfortable because I don't know if I can read this whole entire thing. Maybe I'll be up to it. But the chapter starts off with Jack Canfield's story of how he manifested his success, but his success that comes from money. So he starts, I'll just read the first quote that says, whatever the mind can conceive, it can achieve. So, Jack Canfield starts off saying that he grew up being told that money was bad, that bad people had money, greedy people had money, money is the root of all evil, which makes a lot of sense. If you come from that type of a background, and says that like he always believed that money would be hard to work for. And so his predecessor or his advisor, whoever the heck W. Clement Stone is, I don't know who W. Clement Stone is, but W. Clement Stone said to him one day, I want you to set a goal so big that if you can achieve it, it would blow your mind. And you would know it's only because I've taught you that you would have achieved this goal. It's only because of what I've taught you that you would have achieved this goal. So the Jack Canfield, who was an author, set out to make $100,000 a year. And he said he had no idea how he was going to do it. He saw no strategy, no possibility. But he said, I'm going to declare it. I'm going to believe it. Act as if it's true and release it. So he did just that. He had this book that he had written. You probably know of it. It's Chicken Soup for the Soul. And the book had already existed. But he thought to himself, like, if I can sell 400,000 copies at 25 cents each, I'll have $100,000. And he didn't know how he was going to do it, but he's one day, I think, just saw, I'm going to read from the book. He saw the National Enquirer at the supermarket, which is so interesting. I'm so young, I don't even know what the National Enquirer is. But it like stood out to him. Typically he'd seen it always in the background, but he saw the National Enquirer at the supermarket. He said, if readers knew about my book, certainly 400,000 people would go and buy it. So he was thinking like the National Enquirer. 6 weeks later, he gave a talk at Hunter College, New York, to about 600 teachers, and a woman from the National Enquirer approached him, and I guess they set up a deal, and then that got him book sales, and then he ended up making $92,000 a year. Not a year. He ended up making $92,000 at the end of the year. And instead of thinking like, oh, I didn't make my goal, he just said, this is amazing. I reached the goal that I wanted to reach because I set out to make this large achievement. And I'm just he basically was saying, like, I'm so grateful that this happened, and it happened because I manifested it. And then he and his wife were just thinking, and his wife says, you think that we can set out to make $1 million? And then he shares the story of somebody who wrote him $1 million check for Chicken Soup for the Soul, like a book deal, which is crazy. So I didn't want to read that word for word, but I do want to read the rest of the chapter word for word, because I could either read the chapter word for word or make like a presentation or a speech, or I don't know, sit down and talk about it. But it just is not as valuable me saying somebody else's words as me just reading somebody else's words, so it hits the exact way that you need it to. So if you want, you can take a seat, have some tea or hot chocolate or water, I don't know, have something to eat, and hopefully you can just kind of listen to this in the background and be inspired. And hopefully I read this well enough that you want to just kind of put this on as background. The knowledge of The Secret and the intentional use of the law of attraction can be applied to every single subject in life. It is the same process for everything you want to create, and the same subject of money is no different. To attract money, you must focus on wealth. It is impossible to bring money into your life when you are noticing you do not have enough, because that means you are thinking thoughts that do not have enough. Focus on not enough money, and you will create untold more circumstances of not having enough money. You must focus on the abundance of money to bring that to you. You have to emit a signal with your thoughts, and those thoughts should be that you currently have more than enough. You really do need to call your imagination into play and make believe that you already have the money you want. And it is so much fun to do. You will notice as you pretend and play games of having wealth that you instantly feel better about money. And as you feel better about it, it will begin to flow into your life. Jack's wonderful story that inspired the Secret team to create a blank check available as a free download on thesecrettv.com, which I went to. This is not me reading, but I went to thesecret.com, downloaded the blank check. I'm going to write a certain amount and manifest as if I have it, and then we'll see how it goes. I'll upload my success story on my channel, hopefully to inspire somebody else, because I have this amount in mind that I'm actually currently manifesting, and I was already gonna print out a blank check, but knowing that they had a blank check on their website was so inspiring. And then I also downloaded their app, which I didn't know they had an app to just inspire you and to give you affirmations that you could also affirm. I think the problem with manifestation is that, like, even me telling anybody about this, or me saying, like, I downloaded their app, I feel like will bring in skeptics and be like, oh, they just want you to be sold on an idea. They just want to manipulate you so they can sell certain things. The thing is, manifestation, at least, like, even in this book, the only thing I'm sold on is the book, because I want the value that I'm being sold. Like, I want the stories that it's selling me. There's nothing else attached with this. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the book. Okay. So, after talking about the blank check, when you look at that check, feel the feelings of having that money now. Imagine spending that money, all the things you will buy and the things you will do. Feel how wonderful that is. Know it is yours because you ask it. We have received hundreds of stories from the people who've brought huge sums of money through using the secret check. It is a fun game that works. Okay, attract abundance. The only reason any person does not have enough money is because they are blocking that money from coming to them with their thoughts. Every negative thought, feeling, or emotion is blocking you from good coming to you, and that includes money. It is not that money is being kept from you by the universe, because all the money you require exists right now in the invisible, which I was watching a couple of YouTube videos, and they call the invisible the 4D, so the fourth dimension. At least that's what I believe that they are referring to. If you do not have enough money, it is because you are stopping the flow of money coming to you, and you are doing that with your thoughts. You must tip the balance of your thoughts from the lack of money to more than enough money. Thinking more thoughts of abundance than of lack, and you tipped the balance. When you need money, it is a powerful feeling within you. So, of course, through the law of attraction, you will continue to attract needing money. I can speak from experience about money because just before I discovered the secret, my accountants told me my company had suffered a major loss that year, and in 3 months it would be history. After 10 years of hard work, my company was about to slip through my fingers, and as I needed more money to save my company, things just got worse. There seemed to be no way out. Then I discovered the secret, and everything in my life, including the state of my company, was totally transformed because I changed the way I was thinking. As my accountants continued to fuss about the figures and focus on that, I kept my mind focused on abundance and all well-being. I knew with every fiber of my being that the universe would provide, and it did. It provided in ways I could not have imagined. I had my moments of doubt, but when the doubt came, I immediately moved my thoughts to the outcome of what I wanted. I gave thanks for it. I felt the joy of it, and I believed. I want to let you in on a secret to the secret. The shortcut to anything you want in life is to be and feel happy now. Happy now. Why did I say it like that? It is the fastest way to bring money and anything else you want into your life. Focus on radiating out into the universe those feelings of joy and happiness. When you do that, you will attract back to you all the things that bring you joy and happiness, which will not only include an abundance of money, but everything else you are wanting. You must radiate out this signal to bring back what you want. As you radiate those feelings of happiness, they will be sent back to you as the pictures and experiences of your life. The law of attraction is reflecting back your innermost thoughts and feelings as your life. Ooh. Okay. Focus on prosperity. Dr. Joe Vitale, I believe. I can imagine what a lot of people are thinking. How can I attract more money into my life? How can I get more of the green stuff? How can I get more wealth and prosperity? How can I, when I love my job, deal with the credit card debt that I have and the realization that there's maybe a ceiling on the money that can come in? Because it's coming to me through my job. How can I bring it in? Intend it. This goes back to one of those things we were talking about throughout the whole secret. Your job is to declare what you would like to have from the catalog of the universe. If cash is one of them, say how much you would like to have. I would like to have $25,000 unexpected income within 30 days, or whatever it happens to be. It should be believable for you. If you have held thoughts in the past that the only way money can come to you is through your job, then let that go immediately. Can you appreciate that? Oh my God. Can you appreciate that as you think that it must be your experience? Such thoughts do not serve you. You are now coming to understand that there is abundance for you, and it is not your job to work out how the money will come to you. It is your job to ask, to believe that you are receiving, and to feel happy about it now. Leave the details to the universe on how it will bring it about. So this is a Bob Proctor quote. Most people have a goal of getting out of debt. That will keep you in debt forever. Whatever you're thinking, you will attract. You say, but it's getting out of debt. I don't care if it's getting in or out. If you're thinking about debt, you're attracting debt. Set up an automatic debt repayment program, then focus on prosperity. When you have a pile of bills that you have no idea how you're going to pay, you cannot focus on those bills because you will continue to attract more bills. You have to find a way that works for you to focus on prosperity despite the bills around you. You have to find a way of feeling good so you can bring your good to you. So James Ray has a quote that says, sorry, dry throat, I need some water. So many times people say to me, I'd like to double my income in the next year. But then you look at their actions and they're not doing things that are going to make that happen. They'll turn right around and they'll say, I can't afford that. Guess what? Your wish is my command. If the words, I can't afford it, have passed your lips, your power to change that is now. Change it with, I can afford that. I can buy that. Say it over and over. Become like a parrot. For the next 30 days, make it your intention that you are going to look at everything you like and say to yourself, I can afford that. I can buy that. As you see your dream car drive past, say, I can afford that. As you see the clothes you love, you think about a great vacation, say, I can afford that. As you do this, you will begin to shift yourself and you will begin to feel better about money. You will begin to convince yourself that you can afford things, and as you do, the pictures of your life will change. Okay, this is where I'm going to stop because I believe that was a decent amount of pages. So that was a little bit of The Secret to Money on The Secret. I think that a lot of the book is just reaffirming the same notion in the same way with different quotes and perspectives. And it's very encouraging because and from my perspective, I have to be told things multiple times to finally get it in my head so that I can practice it. So I really do appreciate reading books like The Secret, and that Miss Rhonda Byrne, I don't know, existed at the time to create this so that people like me who have big dreams of financial stability and developing creative ideas can do that and feel empowered to do so by books and by experience like this. Also, there's the Secret app, which I downloaded. I don't know if I mentioned that or not, but I'm excited to use that. I really hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you were able to read along or listen to this in the background of you doing dishes or you driving or you just waking up like my mom has done in the past video. But I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or night, and I hope that you manifest happiness, joy, and abundance into your life.